I'm the last professional broadcaster and WWE Mattel Elite Squad member, Sam Roberts, and welcome to the 2021 WWE Mattel Elite Squad San Diego Comic-Con panel. We have got so much in store for you today. We've got superstars, we've got surprises, and we've got a ton of reveals. I'm talking elites, I'm talking ultimates, and yes, even retros. So let's not waste any time. Here to help me announce some of these new figures, Mattel's representatives from the Elite Squad, Bill McKenna and Steve Ozer.
Whoa, what? Again, Sam, you always do this. Why do you always bring me in second? What are you doing? Always, Sam. You get a fancy new haircut, think you're hot stuff around here? Candace didn't even want to be here. She's boycotting you. She's boycotting this because how you treat us. But no, you ain't running the show here, buddy. No, hey, look at me. Look at me, Sam. I'm the host now. I'm the host.
I was trying to build up a little bit, and I thought there'd be some anticipation. Can we co-host? I don't like we could be co-host. I'm willing to work with you.
Are we negotiating now? What is this? You want to co-host?
We will be co-hosts of the show.
Fine. You know what? I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling nice. I'm feeling generous. We will be co-hosts, Sam. We will do this together. Okay, me and you, Johnny and Sam. Johnny ... Sam.
Sam and Johnny, Johnny and Sam.
No. You had it, Johnny and Sam.
However you want to do. Do you want to introduce our guest from Mattel then?
Yes, as the host, I will introduce our guest from Mattel.
We are the host. One of the hosts.
I'm the host. I'm the host. I want to introduce, obviously, Steve and Bill. Come on, guys. Let's go.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, guys. Who is ready for Comic-Con 2021?
Me, not Sam.
No, I'm ready. I am ready. I'm very ready, as a matter of fact. I get very excited for San Diego Comic-Con every year. Bill, you know I get excited every year for Comic-Con. One of the big things is the exclusives. Every year, Mattel knocks it out of the park with the exclusives. Everybody remembers the Slim Jim Macho Man figure in the Slim Jim box. Everybody remembers the first Elite Mr. T figure inside the retro VHS box. I want to know, before we start, what are we looking at for an exclusive for this year's San Diego Comic-Con?
You know, how do you follow up 2 Grand Slam homers? I think we've done it, and it's going to be an exclusive. It's an Ultimate Sergeant Slaughter, and if you notice the packaging, it's a throwback to the very first WWE action figure line. Very retro.
Bill, this figure looks incredible. How did you land on Sergeant Slaughter and specifically this era?
I think anyone who grows up in the 80s remembers Sergeant Slaughter. He was an icon both in the wrestling ring and outside. He was like a part of pop culture. And honestly, pop culture from the 1980s is super red hot now, as kind of proven by what we did last year. So we sort of wanted to mine that same vein again. And what better choice could there be than an exclusive Ultimate version of one of the biggest stars of that era, Sergeant Slaughter?
As I talked about before, we saw Macho Man in the Slim Jim box. We saw Mr. T in the VHS throwback. Tell me we have some wonderful packaging for this Sergeant Slaughter figure.
We sure do. And this packaging takes me right back to the 1980s, the golden era of action figures, and of course, Sergeant Slaughter. To talk about the packaging, let me bring in our senior packaging designer, Bruce Mode, to talk about his work on this amazing exclusive. Bruce, welcome.
Thanks, Steve. And you guys couldn't have put it any better. Previous years, we really knocked it out of the park. So this year, we continued the excitement in packaging. We treated this as the missing opportunity in history. Everything on this package has hints and nods to the 80s WWE style guide. We capitalized on nostalgia and evoked that emotional reaction by paying homage to the nostalgic red, white, and blue, the patriotic style that was such a massive hit. So we filled it with custom illustrations and meticulously detailed, filled with Easter eggs. Filled with
As a maggot.
all over the package. The look and feel of this package is guaranteed to hit that sweet spot with any WWE fan. This package is a true work of art. And there's a bonus. Some fans will have the opportunity to own the ultra rare limited edition packaging. It is a black card, and we have illustrations and even more Easter eggs included in this one. So you do not want to miss out.
I love that. If wrestling action figure history teaches us anything, it's always go for those black cards. That's what's going to be rare in the future. This is amazing. You guys really did knock it out of the park again. But I think we have some special words for somebody intimately connected with this figure. Sergeant Slaughter, take it away.
Attention, maggots! Okay, at ease, and listen up. This is Sergeant Slaughter. Thank you to Mattel and the entire WWE Universe for making the Ultimate Edition Sergeant Slaughter available. If you missed out on this action figure, then drop down and give me 20. You scums, you slimes, you pukes, and that's an order. Any questions? Good. Then get your Ultimate Edition Sergeant Slaughter action figure today. And don't make me come looking for you.
There he is.
It's so cool.
I'm like
This is
that
why-
fan. I'm like that fan on the box. I'm proud to be a maggot.
You are, right?
Proud of it.
Ed
Proud
Hutt
of it. Yeah.
should be. This is why I love Comic-Con so much. Big thanks to Sergeant Slaughter. Big thanks to Bruce Mode. Of course, the Sergeant Slaughter Ultimate Edition figure went up yesterday on MattelCreations.com. This is something you absolutely need to have in your WWE action figure collection. Johnny, do you have anything to add?
That's an order. Can't do it like him, but you get the
I mean,
point.
it was
That's
good.
right.
No, it's what he said. The words were the
Yeah.
same. You
Yeah,
got the
yeah.
words. People know. People know. I mean, it's exciting. All right, guys. All right, it's Comic-Con. All right, this is important. The Elite Squad is ready to go. So let's get to some figure reveal, shall we?
All right. We know you're excited for these elites, and we've got some great ones coming your way. Bill, I'm going to let you talk through some of these new reveals.
Sure. Starting left to right, you have Rey Mysterio in the gear inspired by the gear on our previous Masters of the WWE Universe gear. Matt Riddle with a new head sculpt and T-shirt, and Trish Stratus in wrestling gear from earlier in her wrestling career. And then she's going to be the Chase. And then also in this way, there is going to be an exclusive figure.
Yes. Oh my God! The Dungeon of Doom continues. A Zodiac
you can-
figure.
Sam just had a heart attack.
And you might be wondering, like, where, is that a complete look? No, because he is going to have
Oh,
Osgood
you got
arm
him.
sleeves
Oh boy.
to complete the look.
Bill, I remember when you guys put out the Shark years ago, and all I wanted to do was build a Dungeon of Doom, and I was like, how would we ever get a Mattel Dungeon of Doom? But now we've got the Shark, we've got Kamala, and we've got the Zodiac.
Yeah, we're about halfway there, which is good.
I would like to bring up something else, a guest that I would like to bring on to help us look at some of these new elite figures. You actually know him very well, Johnny Gargano. I consider him a friend. He is the one and only Adam Cole, baby.
What is going on, fellas? Excited to be here. Excited to check out some really, really cool figures. How you doing, Sam? Johnny?
Adam,
How
are
goes
you
it?
friends with Sam?
Very good friends. Very good
You
friends.
are? Oh no.
I consider us
Oh,
close
no.
friends, as a matter of fact.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're-
That's never
as
a
people
good
would
thing.
say, we're tight. You know?
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Yeah, it's true.
Well,
Look.
Adam, thank you for joining us. We have
Great to be
something
here.
really cool to show you. So up next is not one but two new Adam Cole figures.
Oh boy. Oh,
Bill,
this is
please explain
great.
this to us.
Not one but two.
Yes, the first, it's a brand new head sculpt first, so that's part of the new news. And we have the first ever sort of post Undisputed Era Adam Cole on the left, and the Chase figure in that wave will be Adam Cole in the camo gear. So that I'm sure there are a lot of people that have the first three Undisputed Era figures in the camo gear, and they're thinking like, well, we have 75% of that. The Chase figure will allow you to complete that set.
First of all, I will say I look more handsome than ever before in these figures. I love it. You guys have done a great job here. But yeah, to see again a little bit of taste of the Undisputed Era, and then also the best version of Adam Cole. We're showcasing that as well. These look awesome, guys. Awesome.
I'm going to tread lightly here with this question, Adam Cole, because I'm one of those very excited for this Undisputed Era Adam Cole figure to complete that collection. And I know that chapter is done in your life, but the Undisputed Era was one of the best factions in WWE history, certainly the best in NXT. When that chapter is done and the years have passed, what do you think that you will think about the Undisputed Era?
You know, it's tough because now I kind of battle with that. Like I can objectively look back on that time and say when we were firing on all cylinders and everyone had the same vision and the same focus. I mean, the Undisputed Era, we were on top of the world. The Golden Prophecy came true. We won every single championship that we could win in NXT, competed in every single war games every single year. It was nice. But then there comes a time where, again, people start to kind of think and they want to change and they want to create their own vision. My vision has stayed the exact same. I'm going to accomplish just as much, if not more, without the Undisputed Era. But I can still look back and say, we had some good times. Then the three of them just became idiots after a while.
Which is tough with any group of friends. That can be very, very difficult. I mean, on that note of accomplishment, when you look at this other figure that's decked out in your gear from NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver, your first NXT action figure that displays you standing on your own, does it hit differently now?
Oh, absolutely. Again, especially for somebody like me, where at the very start of my career in NXT, I was consistently and constantly surrounded by those other three guys. TakeOver Stand and Deliver felt like a new chapter for me. And then seeing that come to life in this form of this action figure is really, really cool. To me, this signifies a lot more than just an awesome new Adam Cole figure, but this signifies the next chapter, the next era, if you will, of Adam Cole.
Yeah, maybe one day the Way will be as successful as the Undisputed Era. I don't know.
Dude, the Way is currently the most dominant 4-person group on NXT television. So
Listen, Sam, we just talked.
We have a way easier hand sign too.
We're
can't even do that. Like, it is easy.
Exactly. And whose fault is that? Whose fault is that?
I don't know. You made it up, man.
I did. It's supposed to be difficult. So because we don't want everybody to do it, because everyone isn't cool enough to be able to do it.
No one has figured. You can't even do it. Your fingers can't even do it.
I can't. My fingers can do it. I'm
not
just
your
not gonna
fingers.
do it
I said
right
your
now.
figures. Figures.
Figures. Oh
yeah, figures.
You know why? You know why? Because Adam Cole, baby,
too difficult to do,
is and always will be cooler than the Undisputed Era hand sign. There, I said it.
Sure. I mean, I agree with that. I don't like the Undisputed Era.
Thank you.
So,
Thank
great.
you.
Lovely.
Exactly. Great.
Agree with that.
Speaking of figures,
can't even make Undisputed Era puns. Can make way puns.
Do we have any?
Now we're gonna get into a pun argument.
Yeah, a pun.
Go ahead.
Pun off.
Go ahead, Sam. Go ahead.
Pun off.
Go ahead.
I wanted to look at some more elites. I was getting real excited. Getting real excited.
I was too, till Johnny came after me for no reason.
Okay. As the host, I'll let bygones be by bygones. Bygones are bygones now. So there you go. Issue squashed. Official host business. Issue squashed.
Thank you. Thanks for starting to be a professional now.
I'm professional. I'm the most professional.
Well, back on track. We do have more reveals. Bill, exciting reveals. Tell us about them.
Sure. We have Sergeant Slaughter from SummerSlam 1991, match made in heaven, match made in hell, and an updated Nia Jax with a new head sculpt and the new outfit from matching the gear she wore last year.
That Slaughter is going to go with Colonel Mustafa very nicely.
God, yes, it will.
Or maybe planned it that way. And then the Nia is the chase in the assortment. And another one I think will blow people's
Oh God!
The Goon.
No.
Yes.
The first time in the line, the Goon is happening.
Oh
First
my
time,
God!
By the way, first time in any line.
Yeah, and the panel, as host is over.
Yeah,
it reached the tippy top. We reached the top of the mountain.
My God.
And he will have a soft good hockey jersey. Still in production, so I don't have images yet, but it will have it.
Wow.
The Goon and soft goods. I mean, Johnny, this has to be the greatest figure ever made.
I think it is. I said there's no top of this. It's over.
Wow.
It's over.
Are those removable hockey gloves?
Yes. Now that we're doing the interchangeable hands, the hockey gloves connect directly into the arms.
Oh my
So,
God, this is incredible.
That's right. The Goon, the biggest news from the 2021.
Yeah,
It's a wrap, folks.
My God.
And
Biggest
we're done.
news from San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
The whole Comic-Con.
Period.
It's done.
Yeah, I think he's going on the cover of the program next year now.
As he should. As he should.
I don't care what trailers drop or anything like that. We got the goon, guys.
I don't want to interrupt this again, but I feel if we're going to keep introducing elite figures, we should introduce one more guest. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the panel, Dominic Mysterio.
What's up, guys? Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Thanks for being here, man.
Oh, man.
Welcome, Dominic. And, I'm so glad you could join us today because we have something really exciting to show you. Your first time in the line WWE Mattel.
Oh, man.
Oh.
That's so cool.
Yeah, this
Wow.
is
Man, that's so awesome.
this was a fun one to work on just because we've done so many figures of your father, and then it's like to work on the next generation of Mysterios.
Yeah.
For someone like me is pretty remarkable. And that gear, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, that's a lot of deco, but that's definitely going to be the first elite figure for Dominic.
Oh, man, I'm speechless, guys. This looks so awesome. Like, just growing up and playing with my dad's action figures, the flexible ones, the giant ones, even the ones I grew up with playing in Mexico that didn't move, that were just like this, to having like my own. This is unreal, man. This is awesome.
How cool is it, too, to get yourself tatted up and then to see an action figure come out with the tattoos that you got? I mean, it looks so cool.
Yeah, no, it looks awesome, man. What a blessing. And even my dad made it there on my arm on my tattoo, so that's even more special. And it comes with the kendo stick, so
Oh, yeah.
man.
What was it like for you, Dominic, growing up? I mean, your dad probably has more action figures than just about anybody I can think of in wrestling. What was that experience like for you growing up as a kid?
So actually I have a funny story. Growing up, I always had like one or two action figures of my dad because he never really I always had like the Jeff Hardys, all the Stone Colds, the Rocks, but when all the Rey Mysterio ones started coming out, I saw my cousin had a bunch of them, like more than I did. And I told my dad, I said, this can't happen. I said, you have a bunch of action figures, all different colors, shapes and sizes. I said, I need them all, please. So next thing you know, a couple weeks later, we get a box to the house, and it's like I said, the flexible ones, the action packs with Eddie and my dad, the giant ones. So like I said, just to be able to play with his and now to have mine, and I still have all of them, by the way. They're all in my room collected, and some
That's
of them in
amazing.
boxes. But yeah, man, this is so exciting.
I think that's like the coolest part of all this is just seeing your reaction to seeing your first figure. And now
Mhm.
knowing that kids are going to have not only your dad, but also have your figure as well. And they're going to be inspired by you. Like I know, speaking for Adam, like
Mhm.
your dad was a huge inspiration to us both. So we can only imagine what it's like to be in the ring with him all the time. And now, like, what a crazy year it's been for you. You have your first figure. You made history with your dad as the first ever father and son duo to win the WWE tag team titles. Like,
Yep.
dude, like what a year. This had to be a dream of yours when you were a kid, right?
Yes and no. Like I get goosebumps just every time you guys just mention it. It's such a blessing, and I'm so thankful for all the opportunities that have been presented to me. And I like you said, being in the ring with my dad, it's not always fun, but I enjoy every minute I can. When picking his brain, and in the back and even inside the ring, sometimes it's just I'm very blessed. I'm very thankful.
All right. Well, Dominic, since we have you here, we do have one more surprise. This might be
Oh,
this might be your first year as a WWE superstar, but it's not your first appearance in WWE. The WWE Universe was first introduced to you in 2005 as part of a very famous story between your father and the legendary Eddie Guerrero. And so, knowing you were going to be here, we want to reveal a Build-A-Figure from the upcoming SummerSlam Elite Wave, Dominic from 2005.
Oh my God.
that's crazy.
Yes.
I hope his hair is gonna be bleached.
Oh yeah, it'll definitely. This is just the sculpt, and it's gonna have a soft good shirt
Oh,
accessory as
man.
well.
Wait, so Bill and Steve, does this make him the first person to ever have a figure of themselves as a child
Yeah.
and as an adult?
I believe so.
It
I
has
believe
to be.
so.
It has to be.
You so you're telling me that you could take your elite collection and you could make Dominic Mysterio the first ever adult and child tag team champions.
Whoa,
Yeah,
dude.
that is
Yes, yes.
possible.
I mean, this is incredible. Dominic, I hope you won't be offended that I do act out a match between the Goon and Rey Mysterio for custody of Young Bucks.
Oh, please, it'll be an honor, man.
What was it like, man, for you at that age to be involved in a storyline with your dad and with Eddie Guerrero?
Man, it was so crazy. I just remember being excited to miss school and being on the road with my dad. But yeah, it was so fun. Everyone was so welcoming. I was in the back, just playing in catering, or back in the day they used to have this section called Magic. So I would go and play back there, or steal the BWO bikes until it was time to go to work, So this is crazy, man. I'm like shaking. I'm so excited.
And you look, I mean, if you look at the facial at the sculpt
It
here,
looks like me.
and it looks like you're
Yep.
really concerned. It looks like you're like,
Yeah,
oh no, I don't know who my poppy is. This is gonna be
I don't know who I'm gonna go
really
home
bad."
with.
Yeah.
It's crazy for me to see that too, because Dominic, I was there as a fan for that ladder match. That's
Really?
SummerSlam 05. Yep. Between
so
your
cool.
dad, Ray, and Eddie. It was, oh my word. So cool to see that come to life.
Wow.
All right. Well, we're so glad you like these two figures, and would you stick around with us and check out some of the new reveals?
Absolutely, yes, most
All
definitely.
right. Well, let's jump back into it with some more elites. Two major returns to the elite collection: Hulk Hogan from his match with Shawn Michaels at SummerSlam, and Rob Van Dam returning to the elite collection. I know a lot of fans and collectors are going to be super excited about these two.
That RVD gear is my personal favorite.
Yeah,
RVD
it's one of
gear,
my
by the way.
favorites
So
too. I was
that's-
gonna say the
Yeah.
same thing.
Yep.
good
I
call.
think when we realized we were getting our RVD back in the line, I think that was the consensus. Like everyone's gonna want that tiger stripe.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. God, it looks so good.
It was one of the decisions that Bill and I did not argue about.
That's true. Yeah.
All right. We do have some super early sneak peeks that I'm going to let Bill speak to here.
Oh.
Sure. We have an updated carrying
Oh, with the
in the new gladiator style gear.
Nice.
Burnt Fiend.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes. I was very worried when the Fiend came back not burnt that we weren't going to get a burnt Fiend. I'm very
No.
happy to see this.
No, we're definitely getting him. Chainsaw Charlie.
Oh,
yes.
wow.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
a
my
personal favorite of mine. And
God.
Raquel Gonzalez, first time debut in the elite line.
Oh, amazing. Very, very cool.
We have one final, very special guest to talk to about her new figure, the SmackDown Women's Champion, the EST of WWE, Bianca Belair. Bianca, welcome to the Elite Squad panel.
Hello. Thanks for having me. I am so excited to be here today.
All right, Bianca, thank you so much for joining us. Much like all the panel guests who have already joined us, we have something very exciting to show you. Your brand new elite figure.
Oh, man.
So this is a new elite figure. I don't know. It's a new head sculpt, and this one's actually going to have removable earrings. So you can have.
Damn.
Oh, man.
Have the bamboo
Holy.
earrings in there. OMG. That's my Royal Rumble gear.
That is the Royal Rumble gear, yes.
I am loving the bamboo earrings. I see some baby hairs in there and everything. You got the baby hairs on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
I'm in love. Wow.
Now, Bianca, for a lot of people that don't know, you make your own gear. And
Mhm.
Candace makes her own gear as well. So we know how hard that is and how much time and effort goes into that. And Candace says all the time, she can't even do what you're capable of. Some of the stuff you can do absolutely blows everything else away.
It's
Like you are
insane.
absolutely incredible. So can you take us through what this gear particularly means to you?
Yeah, so I make all of my own gear. I always say that it saves me a lot of money, but it does not save me a lot of time. But it's like a stress reliever. It actually keeps me from not being nervous. And I just love the fact that I get to pour everything that I have into what I do, which includes my gear. And it's amazing to be able to see my action figure and see the gear on it. And it's the gear that I made. And but this is the gear from the Royal Rumble. And I always try to make my gear with the intention of only wearing it once. So that every single time I look at it, I can have that same feeling the night that I wore it. And so as soon as I look at this gear, the memory of the Royal Rumble automatically pops up in my head and all the feelings come back. But I just remember the theme. I'm a big theme person, and I always feel like my gear is a, you know, is a way for me to express myself of what I'm feeling or what I want to just portray, or I try to go with the theme of the event. And Royal Rumble had like this comic book theme. And so I really wanted to play into that theme. And then I had Slay on my gear, and in my mind it just popped in my head like I'm not here to play, I'm here to slay. And that's what I did. And I won the Royal Rumble. So that was the whole theme behind this gear for the Royal Rumble.
Well,
That's
I
so
mean,
cool.
Bianca, you've been doing a considerable amount of slaying. I mean, your debut year on the main roster, you went from debuting on the Raw after WrestleMania to beating all of your friends in every game imaginable, to winning the Royal Rumble, to winning in the main event of WrestleMania. This is a debut year, the likes of which Brock Lesnar may be jealous of. What has it been like for you to make this big of an impact this quickly?
I feel like it's just more than I could imagine. You know, this year has been my year, and it's more than I could imagine. The best way I can describe it, like I do all these interviews and they always ask me, how do you feel? And it's just something that I can't put into words, but the best way I can describe it is just like, I feel like a kid that's waking up every morning on Christmas Day, and I'm getting everything that I asked for and more. And it's just so much satisfaction, just being able to see all my hard work paying off so quickly. But at the same time, like I'm not content. And I also just look at this year and I realize that my journey is so unique, how quickly everything has happened and how successful I've become so quickly. So I just try to appreciate every single moment and know that I'm just super blessed. And just know that this is a big deal, and this is a rarity. This doesn't happen. So I'm making the best of it, and I'm just holding on tight. Right now, I have the SmackDown Women's Championship. I have the title, and I'm holding on tight for as long as I possibly can, because I love this feeling and I never want to let it go.
You know, speaking of Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, Bill, Steve, you guys have made some fantastic pay-per-view waves over the years. So I know you got something for Mania and Rumble, right? You got something for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we sure do. First up, we have our Royal Rumble Elites.
Oh, baby.
Bill, tell us about them.
Sure, we have some Royal Rumble participants from the past, including Earthquake and Yokozuna, and some recent participants, including Big E and the first ever Elite Dakota Kai with the brand new hand signal.
Oh,
hand
see,
sign,
her figure can do the hand symbol, Adam.
Yeah, again, I'm doing
It's
a
a
hand
cool
signal
one.
in mind.
This is
I'm
a
doing a
cooler
hand
one.
signal. This
That's
is
a
a hand
cooler hand
signal, Johnny. It's not the disrespect.
What about the Canadian Earthquake, huh? I mean that
Yeah.
version of the Earthquake, that's a rarity. The fact that we have that in an elite line is pretty impressive, regardless of hand symbols and gestures.
Thank you, Sam.
I need to call out the salt bucket.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Salt bucket. Come on. So memorable. And now he can toss salt in the eyes of Bret Hart at WrestleMania 9. All right. So next up, for the past few years, our WrestleMania Elites have had a Build-A-Figure. And now all of our pay-per-view assortments will have that extra figures for our fans to collect when they buy the entire set. So in Royal Rumble, the Build-A-Figure will be the Mouth of the South, baby, Jimmy Hart.
Oh, that's
Yeah, we're bringing Jimmy Hart back to the line with a updated sculpt for his jacket to match the gear worn, I believe, at Royal Rumble 1990. My year might be 1 or 2 years off, but it's definitely in that era. And a completely new, unique deco scheme. So you buy all 4 figures, which hopefully you're going to do anyway, and then you get the parts to build Jimmy Hart.
That is
Pretty cool to get Jimmy back in the line, especially with that that piano keyboard style.
I was going to comment on that. That's incredible. Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have our WrestleMania Elites. We're going to give you a little sneak peek of these, not the entire wave. So Bill, take it away.
Sure. We have AJ Styles from the Boneyard match. I think a lot of people, when that happened, were hoping that we would do an AJ Styles from the Boneyard match, and we listened. So you'll be getting that. And the Build-A-Figure will actually be Mr. McMahon, Vince McMahon from WrestleMania 3.
Yes.
And something that's not seen in this image, he will have alternate hands throwing up the 3. So we can announce WrestleMania 3.
There you go.
Oh, that's great.
When I saw the flat palm hand, I thought he was just supposed to be announcing Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
That's exactly why they're there.
Yeah. We have one set of hands for throwing it to the music, and then one set for announcing WrestleMania 3, and then one set for holding the microphone.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that's great.
All right. Definitely a must-own Build-A-Figure there. And I think when you see the entire set, you're going to be really excited. So stay tuned for that. Up next, let's check out the next exclusive figure from our friends at Ringside Collectibles. Bill, tell us about this.
Oh,
Yeah, he might be familiar to some people here. Tommaso Ciampa. He's going to have a new mask and hood, and also the new pendant around his neck. And he will also have, it's not shown here, the soft good, like I guess it's like a trench coat or a jacket. The entrance tunic. I'm not exactly sure what the proper word is, but he'll have it.
All right. And you can pre-order this figure right now at ringsidecollectibles.com.
Steve, you know I'm going to pre-order this figure. You know I love Tommaso Ciampa, and
you
I
love
love
bald
Ringside
guys with
Collectibles.
beards. Love
Yeah,
them bald
we
guys
get
with
it.
beards.
We get it.
I mean, it's a good
with them.
look for a
Bald
lot
guys
of
with beards.
people. Bald guys with beards works, but I need to know. We haven't hit on my favorite line from Mattel, and that's the Legends line. Do we have anything from the Legends line? Tell me.
Well, I mean, Legends has a special place in my heart as well. And the line has been received by collectors with huge enthusiasm and great success. We do have some great Legends reveals coming your way. First up, a wave that some of you may have seen already. This wave is available for pre-order right now at Target.com. We've got DX Army Billy Gunn. We've got NWO Kevin Nash. We've got Rowdy Roddy Piper from WrestleMania in his match against Bret Hart. And we have Junkyard Dog, who is the chase in this wave. Don't forget, you can pre-order Legend Series 12 right now at Target.com. But that's not it for Legends. We've got Legend Series 13.
Oh, boy.
The DX Army Invasion continues with Triple H, who will also have all those soft goods to recreate that invasion look. We've got Jake the Snake Roberts, who is the chase in his WCW gear as well from the Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal match. We've got Cowboy Bob Orton from his boxing match against Mr. T on Saturday night's main event. And we've got a WWE ECW era Hurricane.
I love the boxing gloves. I love the Cowboy Bob comes with those boxing gloves. And the fact that that's a Jake from the Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal era. Like, we don't get a lot of WCW era Jake the Snake merchandise at all. So that's so cool.
With the Cobra, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not to put you guys on the spot, but we're doing a lot of DX Invasion stuff. I just want to say, when are we getting a tank? When's the vehicle coming? When's the Legends vehicle line coming?
Tank would be
Legends
amazing.
vehicle line. Well, we have the Wrecking line, and vehicles are a thing, so I wouldn't rule out anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fingers crossed.
All right. Up next, speaking of Legends, we're all giving Legends a huge upgrade, or should I say the ultimate treatment. Introducing Ultimate Edition Legends, which we're kicking off with Batista, and this is going to hit Targets in spring of 2022. Bill, do you have any notes on this particular figure?
Yes, it's 3 brand new heads, including one where you can do his signature entrance pose, and two contracts from when he decided his WrestleMania opponent that year. And he also has the distinctive, so you can pose him thumbs up and then repose him thumbs down.
Yeah. Yes. The contracts are such a nice touch for that Batista figure. Wow.
I love that with the fist, people will think that they're for striking, which they could be. But if you put that squinting head on him and the fists, you can get that Batista entrance perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was exactly planned exactly that way.
All right, well, let's keep the ball rolling with Ultimate Edition. Starting off, it's gotta be Kane.
Oh, the cape.
Whoa!
We got the cape.
Word.
Whoa!
Bill, you got to tell us about this amazing Kane figure.
Yes, when we slotted Kane in the Ultimate line, it's like, how do we make Kane Ultimate? And you thought back to that picture of Kane in that entrance cape. It's almost like a urban legend, but there's photographic proof it exists, and we're putting it on Ultimate Kane, and that will be a soft good piece. I've seen first pass on it recently, and it's so cool.
Kane looks like a final boss with that cape on. Holy cow.
Absolutely. And he does come with 2 interchangeable heads, right, Bill?
Yeah, it's kind of hard because he doesn't change his expressions because of the masks, but we went with like the hair swept forward look, and then he can hair swept back, so he can pose, throwing his head back to blow up the turnbuckles.
What's great about this, and I guess this is what you get from the Ultimate Edition with all the accessories and everything, you've got kind of pre-debut urban legend Kane with the cape. You've got Bad Blood pay-per-view debut Kane here, and then you've got slightly later Kane, because I saw he had that voice modulator next to him. It's 3 different Kanes in one figure.
Yeah, it's sort of like paying tribute to the debut first 6 months of Kane when he just kind of blew into WWE like a storm.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And who better to share this wave with Kane than his very own brother, The Undertaker?
Oh my God.
So he will have the entrance cloak. Yeah, a brand new head that matches his appearance in that cape cloak when he came down for the entrance, and 3 separate sets of hands. So there he is with the tongue out head and with the standard head.
I'm serious. That Kane figure and now this Undertaker one, these might be my 2 favorite Undertaker and Kane figures.
Yeah.
For real, with how cool the entrance stuff looks so cool.
I think these figures are living proof that more people need to start wearing capes. I mean, the capes look freaking sweet. So
No lie.
Everyone should start wearing capes. They look awesome.
I agree.
Bringing him back.
Johnny, that actually brings me to my next question. I think that's maybe how the Brothers of Destruction have influenced you, but I care about your opinion as well as all the superstars on this panel. As a fan, the story behind the Brothers of Destruction is maybe the greatest story that's ever been told in WWE. What kind of influence has that had on all of your careers?
Well, I remember first, again, thinking more of The Undertaker and Kane as individuals is actually what kind of attracted me to the story so much. Because again, I know everyone knows this story, but Undertaker was unstoppable, unbeatable. All of a sudden, his brother Kane shows up, and it's the first time we've seen Undertaker scared in any way, shape, or form. And I remember hearing the entire story about Kane being burnt and coming back for revenge, and him blaming the Undertaker, and Undertaker being a little bit torn on what he wants to do, but he has to fight his brother. I remember just being absolutely petrified. Both the Undertaker and Kane, and the story behind it just creeped me out a ton when I was a kid.
I mean, when we talk about, rivalries, Johnny, the rivalry that you had with Tommaso Ciampa is another one of those stories that lasted over the course of years. I mean, there's so much deep history in that. Is the Brothers of Destruction anything like what you were thinking when you and Tommaso Ciampa were involved in that?
I mean, you look at, I guess, brothers feuding with one another. You look at Undertaker and Kane. In another respect, you look at Triple H and Shawn Michaels. But Undertaker and Kane, that story will forever go down as one of the best pure professional wrestling stories of all time. I don't think there's not a lot of things that are going to touch it. And for me personally, it holds a special place in my heart because that was actually the first time I appeared on WWE television. I was shown in the front row on an episode of Monday Night Raw, the episode where Kane forced the timekeeper to ring the bell 10 times for The Undertaker. We all thought he killed The Undertaker. Undertaker was gone forever. So he forced the timekeeper to ring the bell 10 times for The Undertaker. Before he does that, he goes in the crowd and he grabs a fan from the front row and brings him over the guardrail. He's beating people up. Kane was legitimately terrifying. So they're ringing the bell 10 times for The Undertaker. Raw is in Cleveland, Ohio. Little chubby Johnny Gargano is in the front row. scared to death.
Scared to
The
death, man.
Undertaker is going to come. The Kane is going to come and grab me over the guardrail and beat me up. So the camera pans over to little me sitting in the front row, just shocked look on my face. So Undertaker and Kane will always hold a special place in my heart for that reason, among many others.
Well, for me, you know, my journey, like my understanding and outlook on Kane and Undertaker are a little bit different because I didn't too much grow up watching wrestling a whole lot. But I will say that my brother watched it a whole lot, and the two that always stuck out to me were definitely Undertaker and Kane. And they just had this presence that when they popped up on the screen, you automatically knew that they were someone. They drew your attention. You were terrified of them. I knew automatically who they were even as a kid. And it's just amazing to grow up and be in WWE. And what's interesting for me and a fun fact for me is, you know, Kane is actually now the mayor of my county where I'm from.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's so cool to like be a kid and not really watch wrestling, but know exactly who these two are just from seeing them on TV when my brother was watching and being terrified of them, and growing up now and just like having a personal connection with them. So it's just really cool to now, you know, be in WWE where they were before and have this personal connection and now see them as action figures. So it's just cool.
Does Kane ever wear the cape when he does like town hall meetings or legislating or anything like that?
I don't think so, but I think he probably should. It would be cool.
I agree, Bianca. He should. He should.
And for me, I definitely, you know, growing up, when I started watching, because I watched a lot of WCW because of where my dad was at the time. But when my dad came in and I started watching more WWE, I always thought Undertaker and Kane were, you know, shoot brothers, like legit brothers. Just because I didn't know any better, and they were just two monsters that looked like they could ruin anybody. So I was like, yeah, I don't see why these guys aren't related. And still to this day, I hate pyro because of Kane. Every show, you never knew when he was coming out, just because it would scare you, and it would scare me to, like, I still to this day can't do pyro, and that's all thanks to Kane.
So cool, so cool.
I mean, Bill and Steve, I'd have to piggyback off my story or anything, but now that we know that kids are on the table, if you wanted to include a chubby little Johnny Gargano action figure with that Kane and Undertaker to recreate that moment from Monday Night Raw, I'm not going to blame you if you wanted to do that. I can get you a picture.
If
to go
WWE
off
has
of.
reference,
Okay, I'll get you a
images
reference
of-
shot.
of you.
Okay.
let me know.
We could back pocket that if we ever do.
Okay,
build
just
the
throwing
figure
it out there.
for Raw, right? But we're not done with Ultimates yet. We also have our Fan Takeover Ultimate Edition figures, where fans got to vote on their favorite looks of their favorite WWE superstars. Our first two figures, Jeff Hardy and Hulk Hogan, have already been revealed, and you can pre-order both of these now at Amazon.com.
Yeah, he also has the black tank top that he wore, so you can take it off and
Yes.
reveal the. I'll just pull it down to be quicker to reveal the
Oh, cool.
Oh,
the
sweet.
tattoo
yeah.
work that he had at the time.
And both of these figures do feature that butterfly shoulder articulation, right, Bill?
Yeah, this is the newer. It's got a larger range of motion on our butterfly joints. So yeah, the posing on there's literally no pose you can't do with the Ultimate figure.
All right. While we're talking about Fan Takeover, we do want to announce the winner of the Ultimate Warrior fan poll. So we gave fans 3 choices here of some very memorable looks, and the winner was WrestleMania 6.
Oh yeah, there you go.
That's my pick. Oh, nice.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have pre and post match heads, one for when he comes to the ring, and then one when he lifts both titles at the end of the match.
Oh, that's awesome.
So cool.
Can you feel that, Sam? The power of the warrior is taking over.
You're so good with impressions. And I
Thank you.
knew
I pride myself on that.
it's really good. It's really, really good stuff. And I do feel something. I think it's the power of the warrior, but it might also be the power of Grayskull, or maybe it's Grayskull mania. This has been one of those lines that I think has captured mine and the imagination of a lot of collectors, maybe more so than any others. The masters of the WWE universe. Do we have any updates coming from this amazing crossover collaboration between He-Man and Hulk Hogan, to name just one?
Of course we do. Masters of the WWE Universe has been a huge success for us. Fans love them, and we love making them. During WrestleMania weekend, we showed you Wave 7, which you can pre-order tomorrow at walmart.com. Wave 7 features Bret the Hitman Hart, Junkyard Dog, Sergeant Slaughter, and the 8th wonder of WWE Eternia, Andre the Giant, who was a huge oversized figure. But we're not leaving WWE Eternia yet, because Wave 8 is Stone Cold Steve Austin, inspired by Trapjaw, Rey Mysterio in new Stratos attire, and as the Princess of Power, it's Chyna, the 9th wonder of WWE Eternia.
Who better to be the Princess of Power?
I know.
Sadly, all good things have to end, and Wave 8 will actually be the final wave for WWE Masters. I know I'm not alone when I say this, but it's been such a joy working on this line. The fan reactions have been so overwhelmingly positive. It's been an incredible journey creating this world for you guys. We really just want to take a moment to say thank you to everyone for loving and supporting the line even more than we had hoped. However, the chapter of Masters of the WWE Universe may be coming to an end, but as any collector knows, this form factor is eternal. With that in mind, we're still celebrating this era of action figures with a brand new line. Introducing WWE Superstars, coming soon to Walmart. Let's take a look at Wave 1. We've got
Beautiful.
in his Mad Hatter gear. We've got Ric Flair with his robe, Hollywood Hogan, and the Honky Tonk Man.
Oh my gosh, this is so cool.
I know.
A great look at the back there. And we have a sneak
Baby, the packaging.
packaging. Yes, our packaging team has outdone themselves. Throwback vibes, classic 80s style guide artwork. To say that we look at this packaging with heart eye emojis would be an understatement.
Wow.
Yeah, that's incredible.
And I mean, this is it. This is like the definition of taking like a retro form factor and bringing kind of modern technology and playability into it. These look amazing.
All right, we're so excited that you guys are liking them, and we hope collectors will feel the same way. Next, WWE superstars aren't just known for their work inside the ring. Over the years, so many WWE superstars have shared their talent on the silver screen as well. We're ready to chew bubblegum, collect action figures, and roll out the red carpet for WWE Hollywood Elites. This figure line showcases
way.
This figure line showcases WWE superstars from their unforgettable big and small screen roles. Wave 1 includes The Rock from Hobbs and Shaw, John Cena from Fast and Furious 9, and Rowdy Roddy Piper from They Live. All of Wave 1 is available for pre-order tomorrow on walmart.com.
That They Live figure. I don't know what collector is not looking for an elite Roddy Piper from They Live. That's amazing.
And the glasses are removable. It's a separate accessory, so you can have both.
Well, yeah, of course, because otherwise, Piper's going to be aware the whole time.
Yeah.
And while we're talking about Roddy, quick internal Mattel shout out to Taylor, who had the original idea to do this figure. And here we are, just a few years later, we made it happen, Taylor. So thank you for that original idea.
And I've been looking for a villain John Cena action figure for a long time, and we finally have a villain John Cena in the Mattel line.
All right.
Yeah,
so we have a second wave. I mentioned 6 figures. In Wave 2, we've got The Rock from the Scorpion King.
Scorpion King.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Scorpion King, baby.
That's awesome.
We've got Roman Reigns from Hobbs and Shaw, and Andre the Giant as Bigfoot from the $6 Million Man.
Yes.
Whoever thought of this idea, just make them the president. There's so many fun figures.
This
that you're
has
gonna
been
be
a
able to
figure that the design boss on WWE, Bill Benneke, has wanted to have in the line for so long. And so the fact that he got to work on this and get this in the line, I am so happy for him.
All right, and you can find these at Walmart this fall.
Guys, I know that's not all you have. I know this. When we were last together at WrestleMania, you teased some figures that are very near and dear to my heart. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. Everybody knows. I'm talking about retros. Come on.
That's right, retros are back, and everyone wants to know how to get them. Well, I've got the answer at MattelCreations.com, where you can get your retro bundle. So, back at WrestleMania, we showed you the first two figures, Rowdy Roddy Piper and Mean Gene. Also joining them in this first wave will be Ace Cowboy Bob Orton and Mr. T. Mr. T featuring an all-new airplane spin action. So these figures will be bundled together on 4 individual cards, and they will come in this really cool shipper with throwback graphics. The WWE Retro Bundle will be available for purchase in early 2022 on MattelCreations.com.
Oh.
But we have even more news from Mattel Creations and WWE. If you saw our WWE takeover of Mattel Creations this past Monday, you saw the reveal of our new Ultimate Edition New Generation Arena. This is our first venture into crowdfunding. And to quote the great Gorilla Monsoon, this offering is excitement personified. What you see here is just tier 1, the new Ultimate Edition ring, an Ultimate Edition Diesel figure, and for the first time ever, a new generation entrance stage with lights just like the Superstar entrances from the era, all scaled to our Elite and Ultimate Edition figures. So first up, the ring itself. Bill, talk us through this.
Sure. This ring was kind of a labor of love on my part. It was designed from the ground up. I know there's been other sort of large scale rings in the past, but never one I think that's been as thorough as this one at creating the actual WWE ring. There's a lot of new parts to this. I mean, just take a look inside.
Oh no! Oh my God!
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, as you can see, you kind of build and assemble this ring like an actual WWE ring is built and assembled. It has the steel girdering on the outsides and segments to recreate the way the ring floor is constructed, and then the way the ring mat is placed over it and connected underneath, and then that's
so crazy.
Yeah, and a shout out to our sculpting team who they went above and beyond, like sculpting like the girdering and the wood grain on this. Just seeing this in person, like the pictures are pretty great, but seeing this in person, it just man, it's unreal.
The
like
detail.
It's so cool. And then another great feature is genuine soft good turnbuckles that hold the square shape, which I think is a first for any ring.
All right. Also included is the Ultimate Edition Diesel figure.
Yes, he'll have interchangeable heads and the new single right hand gloved fist sculpts.
Yeah, the leader of the new generation.
It's very appropriate for inclusion in this ring.
Yeah, I have a new generation kid, so this is blowing my mind right now.
Yeah.
So this is amazing.
Wow.
And while the ring and Diesel figures to me are mind blowing, I think the spotlight needs to be on this new generation.
It's amazing
stage. It's really special. Bill, tell us the features of this entrance stage.
Just as a little bit of background, like one year our booth at Access was next to this arch in the showroom, and just seeing people just interact with this and just how fond people were for this arch, it made us think, back of our head, like we got to get this in line somehow in some way, and this is how we're going to do it. And the fact that I got to design it and work on it again, sometimes I get to do really cool stuff, and this is one of them.
Yeah.
There's lights, a lot of lights in this. I think this has more LEDs than any other Mattel action figure product ever designed, possibly maybe any Mattel product, period. There's a lot of lights in here too, so you can recreate a lot of the signature entrance sequence, the actual entrance sequences of the lights when the superstars would make their entrances on Raw back in the early 90s.
That's cool.
Yeah, this is mind blowing.
Yeah, and it's scale. I mean, it's a big thing. It has a presence when you have it in front of you next to the ring and with the figures.
So as I mentioned before, this is our first step into crowdfunding, which means we really need the support of the community to make this happen. You get the Ultimate Edition ring, the Ultimate Diesel, and the unbelievable new generation entrance stage for just $250. Once we reach 5,000 backers, this project moves forward and we can deliver this unbelievable set into your hands. But this is just tier 1 of the program. Once we have reached 7,000 backers, we unlock tier 2, which adds one of the most iconic characters of the new generation to this offering. The Clown Prince of
Ah.
WWE, Ultimate Doink the Clown. Bill,
And that's-
this is an amazing figure. You're gonna have to go into detail all about it.
Sure. This is Ultimate Doink, one of the funnest things I've worked on throughout my career here. He's going to come with 2 new heads. He has the original Doink head and then 2 new ones, the sort of like hoo 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 head and the very unhappy head seen on the figure here, along with the existing 3 different hair pieces that we had, like the scraggly hair, the standard hair, and then sort of like the Afro puff hair. But he also has a brand new distinct Ultimate torso. He's got the butterfly joints in the arms, and he also comes with a brand new mallet, so he can bonk an opponent over the head with it, I guess.
That
Absolutely needs.
that scowling head is perfect. That's like original OG real. When Doink the Clown was literally one of the best characters in WWE, that's Doink.
And the soft goods jacket, which I probably buried the lead there. The soft good jacket on this is a work of art. Our soft good team worked on this, and when I saw this for the first time, like I just couldn't believe it in a good way, in a very good way.
So,
Yeah, I see the lining. I see the flower on the jacket.
Real
Yeah,
buttons,
it's got
classic buttons.
Yeah, he's got the classic buttons. He's got the interior lining to match the diamond pattern and the fabric.
Yeah.
Wow.
The fabric flower on the lapel.
And just a closer look at these amazing head sculpts here, the 3 head sculpts. Probably one of the most expressive figures that we've ever done. So again, 7,000 backers adds Doink to the entire package. If that isn't enough, we have one last tier that backers can unlock. Because what would the new generation be without iconic events? Tier 3 unlocks WrestleMania and in your house swappable ring skirts for collectors to recreate even more unforgettable moments. This is the dream, the entire package. All we need is 8,000 backers and we unlock the ring, the entrance stage, and Ultimate Diesel, as well as Ultimate Doink with 2 additional swappable ring skirts for just $250.
Johnny, I have an idea here. We're both
Okay.
new generation kids. We're
Yep.
both co-hosts here. This
Yep.
is
I'm the
our
host, but
dream.
okay.
Okay, well, this is our dream set. This is all we ever
It is.
wanted.
It definitely is.
I order 4,000 and you
Oh,
order 4,000. And we
What's the
get
math? What's the math on that? What were we?
I think it's still somewhere in the hundreds. I don't know. but
Okay, okay. Just
4,000,
I'm
if
in.
we
Sure, let's do
order
it.
4,000. We can get
Okay,
this done.
let's do it.
I know I speak for my co-host under me, Johnny
Nope.
Gargano.
Nope, not me. I'm
as-
the host.
As well as Bill and Steve, when I say thank you to our guests, to Bianca Belair, to Adam Cole, to Dominic Mysterio, thank you for joining us here at the panel. And I want to go down what all of you need to be checking out, okay? Follow me, take out your pen if you need to write these things down, because there's a lot of cool stuff that you can get your hands on and pre-orders that you can be a part of right now. Remember, Tommaso Ciampa is available for pre-order at Ringside Collectibles. Legends Wave 12 is at Target.com. Masters of the WWE Universe Wave 7 is at Walmart.com. Also at Walmart.com, you can pre-order WWE Hollywood Wave 1. And of course, Ultimate Edition Fan Takeover, Jeff Hardy and Hulk Hogan, both up for pre-order at Amazon.com. Do not forget, while you're doing all those pre-orders, to go to MattelCreations.com. This is your assignment. We can make this happen together. This is about to be a dream come true. MattelCreations.com, and you'll be able to order the Ultimate Edition New Generation Arena. It comes with the new ring. It comes with the Ultimate Edition Diesel, and of course, the first New Generation entrance stage that lights up. It's got more LEDs than anything Mattel has ever done. And if there's enough of you that do it, we can unlock everything. We can finally get our hands on that Ultimate Doink with the scowl face and everything. You can get the WrestleMania ring skirts. You can get the in-your-house ring skirts. We just have to work together. MattelCreations.com. Support, and we can all do it. Go to WWE.com to see all of today's reveals and more. And remember to keep posting your figure photography using the hashtag WWE Elite Squad. Thank you all for being a part of this experience. Thanks to the Goon for being toyetic.
Thank you to everybody. This was I have successfully hosted my first San Diego Comic-Con panel. Incredibly proud
Okay.
of that. Thank you to everyone. This panel was successful because, host Johnny Gargano and Sidekick Sam. Thanks, guys.
Guess that wraps it up.